In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make Nigerian meat pie without an oven. Yes, so keep watching. Let's get started. So first, we're going to make the meat pie filling. You need some beef and vegetables for this. Alright, so now cut off any excess fat in the beef, cut them up into chunks before you transfer into your food processor or blender to grind it. I also like to add some onion and one garlic to give it a bit of you can also just buy this straight out from the store. Go to the meat section and grab the minced beef. I just prefer to grind this from scratch. In a pot, go in with some oil and then add your onion. Fry this for about 30 seconds till fragrant. Now you're going to go in with your minced beef. Break this up and continue to stir until it is no longer pink. Meanwhile, your carrot and potatoes, which we normally add to our meat pie filling, should be already peeled and cubed. I will not be adding for this video, but yes, you can, and I'll tell you when exactly to do that if you're going to be adding to yours. Alright, so now I'm going in with the spices. I'm going to add in some thyme, some seasoning, some pepper for a bit of heat, and I also added a bit of oregano. Now I'm going to mix this in well so that it mixes well into the beef properly before I go in with some water. If this is your first time on the channel, you are so welcome. Consider subscribing, hit the bell to all notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. To my returning subscribers, I love you all so much. Thank you for always coming back to watch. Alright, now going with some water, not too much. You want everything to be at the same level or slightly above. If you're also going to be adding carrot and potatoes, add at the same time with the water and allow everything to cook together till the carrot and potatoes become soft. Once it is soft, you can now go in with your slurry. Slurry is a mixture of cornstarch and water. I'm going to leave a list of everything that I'll be using today in the description box, so please check it out. So once you add the binder, the slurry is meant to bind the sauce together. Give it about a minute, then finish up with some spring onion, and that's it. You can now take it off the heat and allow to cool completely. For the dry ingredients, you're going to add some all-purpose flour into a bowl, going with some salt and some baking powder. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the list and measurement of everything in the description box. Next, go in with your margarine or butter. I'm using margarine and this one is salted. It could be salted or unsalted. So because I'm using salted, I added just about half teaspoon of salt to the flour mixture earlier. Alright, so I'm going to mix this in together until it becomes crumbly just like this. Now go in with 1 egg, some water, cold water. And then we are going to mix everything well to combine, and then go in with your hands or a spatula if you prefer and knead this together. You don't want to knead too much, just bring everything together nicely. Please click the like button if you haven't already and subscribe. Hit your bell to all notifications as well so that you get notified anytime I post a video. Once this is done, cover and allow to rest in the fridge for about 20 minutes while you go ahead to prep the egg wash. In a bowl, crack in 2 eggs, whisk it properly and then set it aside. "20 minutes later, the dough should have rested and it should become a bit softer when you touch it, which is what you want. Now get your rolling pin and roll this out. You don't want it to be too thick or too thin. If you don't have a rolling pin, that's perfectly fine. You can use a beverage bottle, any beverage bottle that's available. Make sure you wash it, it's clean. You can also use your mortar handle. You can use that as well. wash it, dry it, make sure it's clean, and then flour it up a little bit so that it can roll easily. To cut out the pies, if you don't have a meat pie cutter, that's fine again. You can use this kind of bowl, which I'm using right now, that is not too big or wide. All right, something medium like this. Go in with your knife or the sharp edge of a spoon to cut it up like so. Before placing in the filling, I like to, remove these excess ones. Save it for the next batch. Of course, you're going to roll the next batch. Now, go in with your egg wash around the edge of these ones like this, just so it can seal easily after adding your meat pie filling. Now, go in with the filling. Try not to fill it too much depending on how wide your crust is, so it doesn't, leak while baking. So seal it up with your fingers like this. I actually like this design, but yes, you can go in with your fork and make that classic Nigerian shape that you like. If you're going to be baking this in an oven, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and then bake this in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. That's after rubbing your egg wash on it. Today we are concentrating on the one without an oven. So you're going to get a pot, go in with some salt, enough to make a base, and then I added this pan to it, which is where I'm going to place the pan or whatever tray I'm going to bake in the meat pie in on top of it. Cover this and allow it to heat up. Once it is hot, you can now place your tray of meat pie on top of it like this. My gas was on medium heat all along. Now once that's in there, I'm going to brush the pies with the egg wash that we prepped earlier and then cover for it to start doing its thing. This method can take up to an hour 30 minutes to an hour 40 minutes for it to be ready. Yeah, it does take a longer time, but trust me, the end result is going to make you forget about all the time it took you to make this meat pie. Yeah. So this was an hour 45 minutes later. Of course, I was checking in between. I just didn't want to bore you with all of those clips. But an hour 40 to 45 minutes later, this is our meat pie looking golden, cooked and ready to be devoured. It is so ready. So carefully transfer this into your bowl, and you guys, it is time to enjoy it with whatever drink that you like. Do you like your meat pie served hot, warm, or cold? I like mine cold. Yeah, I like it cold. And this is it, you guys. Our meat pie is ready. So if you don't have an oven, you don't have any excuse anymore. You can make meat pies without an oven. Okay, I hope you try this out. You love it, you enjoy it. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends as well. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. Bye, guys.